This is a aerial map of the Giza Plateau. Pyramids there, small ones. These are the depictions that you see of all the theories of people sliding up these pyramids on there, but these blocks, which is never going to happen. And they got these twist theories around the pyramid. That's how they bring them up, which again, never going to happen. There's three of them there, obviously, but it's on a bedrock plateau. People forget that. Now, pay attention to the right-hand corner, because in this little segment, this is the key to it on there. Is that on? This is the middle pyramid, by the way. They all got that chamber in the blue circle on the bottom, and then they got that entryway in that yellow circle on there. On this particular pyramid, the middle pyramid, there's actually two pyramids or two entrances within that pyramid. As you can see there, there's rubble on the right hand side blocking that, so there's just two different entrances on there. So they all have this unique feature on there, so they go down on there. That's another depiction of how that one in particular just has two within the same on there. This is the smallest pyramid, which is a small pyramid and a bigger one built on top of it. Same thing. They both got that right triangle in the bottom corner there with the basements on there. They all got those basements in the blue. Same thing going on there. And then on the Great Pyramid, which is much more complex than these pyramids, again, you got the same thing going on there. That's the key there. So that basement or that track going down there, that's the key to all this. And who does that better in nature than anybody else that we see? That's going to be probably the ants, because they're digging down on that same triangle. Now, we're not building the pyramids out of the same stuff like they are, but you get the idea. Also, focus on their chambers that they have there. They got a lot of chambers too.
That's an attention getter.
Now, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to build that basement on there. You can kind of see it in the outline there, but that's where you're going to be. And that's the key to everything. That's the engine of the pyramid. That's what nobody gets, is that we're going down first, and it doesn't collapse on itself because, again, it's built in bedrock. So that's very important there. So now we can use that to build the entire pyramid, and that may have been more than one of those around. And also too, now this one's got to have what in the current theory they think is an unfinished chamber down there, but I believe there's no mistakes in the pyramid. And then this one is built, has water in it, and that's meant to, when the rocks slide down, that's right, slide down that ramp to use a pulley, then that water down there acts right now as a cushion. Now, this theory does not explain how the rocks got there or how they cut them, but you can now use that tunnel down there to counteract the weights that you're moving on top there and build this, again, that right pyramid that we saw with the other ones. Now you can bring rocks. So now you can bring rocks to the same level as everything else there. And you can see there, these are going to be the pulleys on there, not the winch, but there's going to be winches in here. These are the pulleys, they're just a log across. There's nothing too crazy about it. And then in the video here, you can see that rope there now is pulling up that in the middle, the block up there, which is just the gist of it. So now, once you pull that block up, you can now attach another block to it. And then that block is pulling it the length of that goes down. Now this is the Queen's Chamber that's going to have another pulley, which we're on top now. And all those red outlines, and now in the orange, are lines that we can now be pulling that stone across any of those combinations, except for that little one in the middle, but it doesn't matter. But this is how we initially erect the pyramid on there. And this is why you will find these stones that are going to be found at the end of the entrance here, just like the theory states so. So that just adds a little bit more credence into the theory. So that could have been a port or something of that fact, where they could have adjusted the weights, which they could have used sandbags too to add and lower the weights as well. So just something to keep in mind. This is a first draft, and it'll get better as time goes on.
I do have a dedicated video on the descending passage and the subterranean chamber, if you're interested in a more in-depth exploration of this area. The subterranean chamber is far from the only example